Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NBA basketball previews and predictions for a Monday. It is February 6th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Cash Out Monday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the ATScalculator.com. Sign up today and do all your picks and predictions using the ATS Calculator. And if you ever want to wonder how the Sportsbook get the closest things to the line, well, check out the ATS Calculator as they do a great job getting the number right for you. And let's kick it off today. Let's go to the first game on deck. Got Boston taking on Detroit. And looking at the Boston Celtics, I'm going to use the Raymond Report here at ATS Stats. And you can see Boston 6-4 in their last 10 games straight up, but only 3-7 against the number, while Detroit 3-7 straight up, 4-6 against the point spread. 70% of their last 10 have gone under the total. They're on a 4-game under streak. And when you look at the last 10 head-to-head meetings, well, Boston is 8-2 straight up in Detroit. But look at that, 4-5-1 against the number. And in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, Detroit has got their number against the point spread. Not straight up, but against the point spread. 8-1-1 against the number. And when I do the forecast using the ATS calculator, I'm going to create the result right now. And I do have the Boston Celtics winning by 13.53 and the total landing on 220.72, and the total in that game is 230. So when I look at all this, and you got a little bit of history that Detroit does well, but look at Detroit at home against those A-type teams, 0-9, 2-6-1. This is a no play for me here. If I were to play this game here today, guys, I would probably lean on the total. I got 220.72 on the calculator, and the forecast here, the Raymond Report has 234, and we have it going under, and then this one here has an under. So again, sometimes in sports betting, the best bet you make is the one you don't make, and I'm going to take a pass on this one. But the purpose of this show is to give you all the information going into this game, and then you can make a decision based on the knowledge that you have going into it, right? Let's take a look at the other game here. You got the Cavaliers taking on the Washington Wizards. Now, the Wizards having a pretty good run. In fact, well, they were until their last game. I believe it was a loss. And I think it was a Brooklyn. I can't recall. Washington's last game was, Brooklyn. 125-123. And that snapped their, 6-7 game win streak. Now, looking at this one here, you got the Cavaliers, a 2.5-point favorite, 220.5 is the total. And looking at their last 10 games, 5-5 straight up, 6-4 against the number. Cavaliers coming in on a 2 straight up ATS win streak, while the Wizards lost their last 2. Yeah, so their winning snap was snapped by Portland. That's right, I remember that. Damian Lillard and company came into town and spoiled the party. 124-116 was the final in that one. But going to the calculator right here, and let's do the ATS result. And we do have the Cavaliers winning by 4.93 and the over-under at 216.73. And the one thing with streaks is once a team like Washington, any team really, goes on these long winning streaks or losing streak, they tend to go the opposite way for just a little bit. That momentum of always trying to keep that winning streak going. Then the balloon has been popped, and then it takes a couple of more games to get back on track. But the good news is for Washington, you're playing a team that's 33-22 in the year, but they're not really that good on the road. 11-16, 11-15-1 compared to 18-9-1 at home against the point spread, 22-6. In the last 10 head-to-head meetings, well, Washington 6-4 straight up, 5-5 against the number. The only thing I don't like, though, is that Washington's now on a 2-game losing streak, and again, like I mentioned, that can go south in a hurry the other way, right? And when I look at some of the stats and trends, look at all the unders here in the Raymond Report. So maybe the under is where you want to lean here tonight. And I got what on the total? 216, total's 220. Yeah, maybe the under is where you want to go in this one tonight between Cleveland and Washington. All right, let's get to your next game between the Clippers and the Brooklyn Nets. And Kawhi Leonard, not Kawhi Leonard, but Kyrie Irving. One of the teams mentioned was the Clippers. But Lakers, and then ended up going to Dallas. But going into this game here tonight, the Clippers 7.5, 220.5 is the total. And let's see what the ATS calculator has for a number. And the one thing when you use the calculator, you got to come back and hit the reset button. So let's go LA Clippers. Let's hit Brooklyn Nets. Survey says, and you scroll down to the bottom. Wow, look at that. 0.1, 224.2. And life after Kyrie. We'll see how the team reacts to a big trade like that. And looking at the Clippers, now they've been on the road here. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. lot of road cooking right here, right? Not a lot of home cooking for the Clippers. Sleeping in hotels, eating on the road, away from home, the comfort. But yeah, so 5-game road trip, and normally teams this year in the NBA. Let me see if I got that stat for you. Yeah. So this year, teams in the NBA coming off a 5-game road stand, 8-4-1 against the point spread. So not that really bad when you consider that. So let's take a look here. The LA Clippers. I know you guys are probably getting seasick watching all this video here, but yeah, 0.1, 224.2, and looking at Brooklyn on the computer pick, I do have the Clippers. You know what? I'm gonna go Clippers, but 7.5 is a lot of points, and the money line is just a bit too expensive. When you're looking at a 7.5, you're probably looking at 300 range when it comes to the money line. I'm just gonna take a little peek here at my sports book of choice and see what the money line is on that game here tonight. And I'm seeing right now that the Clippers tonight are a 270. Yeah, a little bit chalky, but the total, maybe the under is, I thought I saw a lot of under trends. Oh no, a lot of overs. That was the other game. Yeah, look at that. Clippers on the road versus non-conference opponent, 11-3 to the over. As a road team, 20-11. Look at that, coming off an Eastern Conference opponent, 12-4 this year. Yeah, so maybe the over 224. What's the total on this one? 220. Yeah, maybe the over is where you want to lean here tonight, and we'll see how that pans out. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. You got Sacramento. You got the Kings. Sacramento against Houston. We have a problem, and let's see if we can fix that problem here. If I can find Houston, there we go. And survey says we do like the Sacramento Kings to win 7.88, 229.36. Now the total in that game is 234, so the calculator likes it to go under. Sacramento 5.5 point favorite in this one. Let me take a look at some of the inside the numbers using the Raymond Report. And again, you can get the Raymond Report each and every day right here at atsstats.com. And my name is Ron Raymond, and you can find me each and every day. This is where I hang my hat. And Sacramento, 2-game losing streak, 8-3 though, on the road against those teams below 500, 10-1 against the number. So they beat the beatables. I like that. But the bad news is they don't do well in this building. 3-7 straight up, 4-5-1, 6-4 to the over, 7-3 to the over in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Houston, look at this. Yeah, wow, 23-5. Versus, they're playing Sacramento again. Is this a back-to-back game situation? Sometimes they're doing that this year, right? They're playing a lot of back-to-back game situations. 7-3 to the over. What do I got the total here? I got the total at 228. The Kogo is at 52%. Now, the Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. So the percentage play is a coin flip, which I like. Maybe the over. I think the over is where I'd like to lean, even though the calculator, and this is the one thing when you're handicapping your games, your matchups, you would love everything to fall in line, right? If I can point to you 10 indicators and like say 6 of them point to the over, 4 point to the under, well then that tells you what, maybe a 60% confidence level in that selection. I would love to have everything string along and be 100% perfect. That's not the way sports betting works, right? You got to find your indicators. And sometimes, I say it all the time, the best bet you make is the one you don't make. And this is, I do like Sacramento. I'm not laying, let me see, 5.5. Minus 210. You know what? That's like betting the Yankees against the Boston Red Sox last year, minus 210. Yeah, maybe I'd go money line on that one. So we'll take a flyer on the money line for Sacramento. All right, let's go San Antonio. Let's go to the Spurs, the hot Spurs. I don't know if they're hot, but no, they're bearish. Bearish 30 days. Yeah, the cold Spurs. Yeah, very cold. Cold like it is in Ottawa here this weekend. Man, minus, 37 at one point? Yeah, that's pretty cold. Right, survey says, let's do a San Antonio is a 11-point road dog against the Bulls. And let me see, the Bulls, I think they won their last game. I think that was on Saturday night. And let me see what the old survey says here. Chicago last game, yeah, against Portland, 129. So they won by 8 against the Trailblazers. San Antonio, well, they got 137-125 loss. They are 5-5 in this building at the United Center, 3-7 to the under. And looking at these, so what you're seeing here, days rest. So any NBA team this year on 1 day's rest, that's 9.5 to 12-point home favorite. 38-14 straight up, 26-24-2 against the point spread, 30-21-1 to the over. And I do have this game landing on 230.41, but the total is 238. And let me take a look at the home record for the Chicago Bulls. 15-11, 14-11-1 to the over. Yeah, look at San Antonio, 5 and 18, 14-7-2 to the over. What's the Kogo at? Kogo is at 56%. Yeah, you know what? I think the over is where you want to go in this game here tonight between the Spurs and the Chicago Bulls. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Dallas, with the new addition, Kyrie Irving, to the lineup. So let's go Dallas, taking on the Utes. Did you say Utes? No, I said Jazz. Utah Jazz. Hey, good movie. Dallas against Utah. I do have Utah winning 0.66 to 225.27 now. You know what? Not sure if Kyrie will be in the lineup here tonight. I don't know if that's going to matter. But that's a lot of, that's a 9.5 point. That is a lot of chalk right there. And I had, 114 to 106 on the Rain Report prediction. And let me see here. San Antonio, Dallas, last 10 games, 4-6, 3-6-1. But again, what goes up must come down, right? Just like the stock market. My line on the game tonight, I had minus 435 on the Jazz. And you can see here, 18-10 at home this year, 17-11 against the point spread. And overall, 3-7 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings against Dallas. I just think this is a lot of points. Could this be, here's the old Ross Benjamin thing, right? Think like a bookmaker. What does the bookmaker know that I don't know about this game to make it that high? In fact, the last time these two teams met, January 28, and Dallas was a 7.5 point favorite. So talk about a whirlwind of events here taking place. November 2nd, the line was 6 for Dallas. So why is Utah a big favorite in this one? This obviously, you don't need to be a rocket science to know that injuries. So let me take a quick gander at the injury report. That tells me, not even knowing yet, that Luka's probably out of the lineup. That's what that tells me. When you see 9.5, that means the big dogs are out. So let me see here for Dallas. Out, yeah. See, Luka Doncic out, Curving out, Kleber out. Yeah, so there, Bertrand's out. So that you don't need, like I said, sometimes the line will tell you, right? When you sit there and you're saying, okay, what's going on here? It's like, okay, yeah, I don't need to. Yeah, this tells me Luka's out. So no play for me on this game here tonight. Just spent 10 minutes talking about artificial turf right there. You ever see that? There's a comedian who talks about 5 levels of drinking, 6 if you live in a trailer park. It's pretty funny. And he says he spends 10 minutes talking about artificial turf, so that's where I got that line from. All right, Oklahoma taking on Golden State. The Warriors, obviously the Warriors got some bad news. No Steph Curry. So, it's been that type of, year for Golden State. Let me see. Well, had a great year last year, but the year before, last couple of years they were struggling, but man, talk about a roller coaster ride if you're a Warriors fan, right? Where's Golden State? Okay, I gotta go up here. Ta-dum. All right, Oklahoma, Golden State. And the survey says, I like the Warriors to win by 1.73. The over-under at 230.97. But again, no Steph Curry. -4 is the line, though. Oklahoma, you know what? The Thunder, they've been one of the best teams in the NBA this year against the point spread. And let me take a look at their record against the number. Look at that, 34-18 against the number. Pretty good, but only 3-7 in Golden State. My line on the game, I had -6.7, undervalued -4. Tough call, but you know what? Hate to go against that record. I think I'll go with, look at that. Anytime Golden State's on the road against a B-type team, 10-0 against the number. Let's see if they can make it 11-0. I do like, I'll go Oklahoma on this one, plus the number. And the last game on the board, let's take a look at the last one here. Milwaukee against Portland. Let's do this. Let's go Milwaukee. Hey, Milwaukee against Portland. And there we go. Survey says. And we do have the Bucks winning by 5.16, 229.05 is the total. And when you look at the game here, I'm going to bring this one back now. Portland was on an extended road trip. I think they played, maybe 5-6 games on the road here. This will be their first home game. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 games. Okay, I thought it was more than that. So they did play 3 games on the road. This will be their first home game since February 1st. So that's not too bad. It's only been a week. Let me see. Oh, sorry, January 30th. Yeah, January 30th. Yep. So, close to a week and some change, right? Milwaukee, 6-4 straight up against Portland. In Portland, 8-2 against the number, 3-7 to the under. While the Trailblazers, they struggle against Milwaukee. What about those 8-type teams? 2-3 at home, 2-3 You know what? I'm going to go with Moneyline Bucks. Moneyline Bucks. Don't sweat out the small stuff. Let's go Milwaukee Moneyline, and let's hopefully we cash you a nice winning ticket. Again, you can use the ATS calculator each and every day right here at atscalculator.com. And if you want to do your, do your homework with it, and then you want to check out the calculator and do your ATS reports, you can use the Ram report. See all the information. This is a good way, and you know what? This is a new format I'm showing you guys today, how I handicap, and I use all the tools in the toolbox. And I think it's good, to go back and forth to see the numbers. And just like I said in the video, you're not going to get all the indicators pointing 100%, like teeter-totter and one down and one up. It's just the more you can find the balance and indicators going your way on the percentage play. And then if you string along enough indicators, you get yourself a confidence level into that selection or total. And then hopefully you got yourself a winner. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your cash out Monday, your fun day Monday. I'll be back on a Ruby Tuesday with another Rim Report. Cheers.